Welcome to this deep dive into the Daily Tech Reader's August 21st, 2026, 4 p.m. news brief. Today, our mission is to unpack the massive financial and physical costs of today's tech and geopolitical ambitions.
Yeah, there's a lot of ground to cover today.
There really is. And just before we jump in, I want to give a quick disclaimer. The sources today do contain some politically charged material regarding the U.S. administration and foreign policy. We are impartially reporting the facts from the source material, and we do not endorse any political viewpoints.
Right, we are just here to break down the information.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. The AI debt explosion, I was looking at these numbers, and they are just wild.
Oh, yeah, it's unprecedented.
Right, because tech companies have issued a staggering $220 billion in AI-related debt just in 2026, and that is up from only $12.5 billion in 2025.
Yeah, it's a massive jump in just 1 year.
Okay, let's unpack this. Are tech giants just maxing out the global credit card for an AI gold rush while ignoring the literal smog it creates?
Well, I mean, in short, yes. You have to look at the investor side of this. Investors are experiencing major fatigue.
I can imagine.
Right. So to keep them interested, these companies are having to offer higher and higher yields.
So they're just throwing more money at the problem.
Exactly. And the volume of this debt is so high now that it is directly competing with government bonds for investor capital.
Wait, really? Like, it's pulling money away from actual governments?
Yes. It's fundamentally shifting the bond market.
Yeah.
And that's just the financial side of it. The physical toll is just as intense.
Oh, right. Because of the energy required for all this computing power.
Right. I mean, health activists are currently fighting proposals to power these new AI data centers with coal.
With coal?
Yeah, coal.
Wow. So we're talking about going back to coal just to fuel AI? That is a huge step backward.
It is. It's a massive environmental cost just to keep up in this tech race.
Which kind of leads us into the global reaction to all this. This intense pressure for tech dominance is forcing countries to play defense, which bleeds directly into global geopolitical friction.
Absolutely. Everyone is trying to protect their own interests.
Right, like Brazil. The brief mentioned Brazil is investing $444 million into AI supercomputers, but they're splitting that investment between the U.S. with NVIDIA and China with Huawei and iFlyTek.
Yeah, they are intentionally dividing it up to maintain their strategic independence.
Here's where it gets really interesting. If a massive economy like Brazil has to split its tech bets to survive, how vulnerable does that make global supply chains to these oil choke points?
Oh, incredibly vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because tech and energy are so intertwined right now.
Right.
And if we look at the escalating conflicts, it's affecting everything.
Yeah, let's talk about that because President Trump announced an economic D-Day sanctions campaign against Iran.
Right, and Iran threatened a devastating response to those sanctions.
And the market reacted immediately, right? Brent crude hit $93.86.
It spiked instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And the physical shipping routes were heavily impacted, too.
Yeah, the number of commodity vessels crossing the Strait of Hormuz dropped from 14 to just 7 in one day.
Half of the traffic just stopped because the risk is just too high. And, beyond the economic impact, we really have to look at the human toll here.
Yeah, the brief had some sobering numbers on that.
It did. Since the war began in February, 750 U.S. troops have been wounded.
And many of those are traumatic brain injuries, right?
Yes, many with traumatic brain injuries. It's a very harsh reality of these geopolitical strategies.
It really is. It's just massive strain on every level. Which brings us to the domestic side of things. This theme of high-stakes executive ambition extends right to domestic soil.
Yeah, we are seeing it with infrastructure projects at home, too.
Right. The White House ballroom, President Trump's $400 million White House ballroom construction, lower courts had actually halted it over a lack of congressional approval.
Right, but then Chief Justice John Roberts stepped in.
Yeah, he temporarily allowed the construction to continue, pausing those lower court halts.
Exactly, so the construction moves forward
Huh.
while the legal battle plays out.
So what does this all mean for the listener trying to process all this?
Well, I think you have to look at the overarching pattern here, whether we are talking about $220 billion in tech debt or surging oil prices or a $400 million ballroom.
Right.
Global systems are just straining under this rapid, expensive expansion. Everything is being pushed to the limit.
It really is. It feels like we're just testing the boundaries of what the system can hold. Which leaves me with this final thought for everyone listening. If AI debt is already competing with government bonds, what happens when private technological ambitions officially outstrip the world's financial capacity to fund them?